Hello, and welcome to the Indigenous Entrepreneurs Podcast. I am your host and program manager, Cecilia Pacheco, with UNM Rainforest Innovations, New Mexico Tribal Entrepreneurship Enhancement Program. Today, I just wanted to get on here to share one of our success stories from our program from last year. So, Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you all had a good holiday season and are getting back into the groove of work and your New Year's resolutions and whatnot now in this new year. So, just real quickly, wanted to hop on here to share one of our success stories. So, this story involves Kyle Lynn Martinez and Tyler, let me see, Travis Snyder, sorry. Um, they both reside in Taos Pueblo. So Kylan Martinez is of Taos Pueblo and San Felipe Pueblo, and Travis Snyder is of Wind River, Shoshone, and Zuni Pueblo. And they are a couple who founded Morningstar Flower Native Arts. And we had them on our podcast a few months ago, and they shared their story and their journey this far. And I just wanted to highlight them because they are an example of a business who has engaged with our tribal liaisons and who has really benefited from that initial engagement. So they named their business after their daughter and originally started it so that Kyle Lynn could be a stay-at-home mom and work from home while raising their daughter. And their business started off as a way for them to sell art and works created by their family members, but with a family history of artists specializing in Zuni fetishes and jewelry. Travis began creating and selling art pieces of his own, and that kind of led into them growing their business. And so, fast forward to 2023, Kyle and Travis are still on their way to growing and scaling their business to the next level, but they have made some great strides towards that in this past year of 2023. Um, so, after seeing an Instagram post from one of our former tribal liaisons, Angelo McHorse, they reached out to him and engaged with the New Mexico Tribal Entrepreneurship Program and wanted to learn more about our program and Angelo and his business and really how they could tap into our program and different resources as New Mexican Indigenous entrepreneurs. So through their initial connection with um, prior our previous tribal liaisons, Angelo and Jacqueline McHorse, they completed their first step, which was to earn their entrepreneurial capabilities certificate from our University Center program. So they completed 7 videos and quizzes on different entrepreneurial topics such as taxes and business startups, selling without a store, how to launch a successful startup, how to promote your business on YouTube, and a few other topics. And so once they viewed those videos and completed the quizzes, they earned their certificate. And then Angelo connected them with their local small business development center at UNM Taos, where they received essential assistance and advice on accounting and taxes from small business advisor Anwar Kalin. Shout out to Anwar. He serves Taos and Northern New Mexico's as the small business development advisor, and he is awesome. Kyle and Travis said that he did a really great job about walking them through their taxes and accounting and just getting them good to go in that aspect of their business. And so taking these first steps helped Travis and Kyle to develop the momentum to launch into New Mexico's greater entrepreneurial ecosystem, where they found more programming and resources specifically targeted towards Indigenous entrepreneurs and founders. So these resources that they connected to included, of course, New Mexico Community Capital, and they completed New Mexico Community Capital's Business and Marketing Essentials course, and then they were eligible to participate in their first Friday Albuquerque Art Walk event back in August 2023. And in addition to connecting with NMCC, they also connected with Arrowhead Center's American Indian Business Enterprise Center, aka AIBE, where they attended the 2023 AIBE conference. They presented there, they were a vendor there, and that was back in July 2023. And so as they've engaged with these resources and New Mexico's entrepreneurial ecosystem, they have come to realize bigger goals for their business and plan to eventually grow Morningstar Flower Native Arts into a native-owned art gallery and are trading posts of sorts. They're still not exactly sure how they want to evolve and expand, but I know they've been working towards their goals. And they also hope to work with their tribe and the community of Taos to help define and develop clearer pathways for other entrepreneurs in their community of Taos Pueblo to follow. Um, so a quote that they shared with us is connecting with Angelo and Jacqueline and the New Mexico Tribal Entrepreneurship Program was the first step that led to all these opportunities. Right now, we are the ones asking the questions, but someday we hope to be experienced enough to be the ones with the answers, said Travis when reflecting on their journey and navigating the entrepreneurial ecosystem thus far. We have so much potential as Native people. We want to succeed as a whole tribe. We don't want to just succeed as individual businesses, said Kyle Lynn during Morningstar's interview, where I interviewed them on this podcast back in, I believe it was September of 2023. So if you want to hear more from them and in their own words, you can go check out that podcast episode. I will link it in the description. Um, and one more thing I wanted to mention is that Morningstar Flower Native Arts also received a micro grant from the Regional Development Corporation for Northern New Mexico. So I will also link their organization and their micro grants and resources in the description below. And they were actually led to that opportunity through their engagement with our program. So Liaison Angelo McHorse was the one who pointed them towards that funding. So that's another benefit of connecting with our liaisons is they're always sending people who they work with opportunities that they know might benefit you and your business. So, with that, that's just one of the success stories that from 2023 that I wanted to share with you all. And I do encourage you to go listen to the full episode with Kyle Lynn and Travis at the link below. So thank you, and I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day.